A new object has just joined our solar system, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about the mysterious Planet 9. Using the powerful Subaru telescope, astronomers discovered a tiny, distant world far beyond Pluto that could rewrite how we understand the solar system's outer edges. The object, nicknamed Ammonite, was first spotted during the Fossil Project in early 2023 and officially catalogued as 2023 KQ-14. By mid-2024, follow-up observations with the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope confirmed it was still gliding silently through the darkness, right where scientists predicted. Digging through old observatory data, researchers even found forgotten images of the same object going back nearly 20 years, enough to map its entire orbit. What they found stunned them. Its path was so distant and so strange that 2023 KQ-14 was placed among an elite group of only 4 known OID objects, some of the rarest orbits in the solar system. Supercomputer simulations show that Ammonite has been following this lonely path for roughly 4.5 billion years, nearly as long as the solar system itself. Yet its orbit doesn't quite match the others, hinting that something deeper and unseen may be shaping the region's gravity. Most intriguing of all, this discovery puts new limits on the long-rumored Planet 9. Ammonite swings as close as 71 astronomical units from the Sun, 71 times Earth's distance, and drifts as far as 432 AU at its outermost reach. Whatever's out there, it's rewriting the boundaries of our cosmic neighborhood. It takes over 1,000 Earth years for Ammonite to complete a single orbit around the Sun, meaning that when the Great Pyramid of Giza was being built, this icy wanderer had just begun its journey. Now, after nearly all of human civilization, it's finally finishing that same orbit. One Ammonite year literally spans the entire history of humanity. According to the lead astronomer, Ammonite was discovered in a region so distant that Neptune's gravity barely reaches it, suggesting something unusual happened long ago when it first formed. What's truly shocking is that its orbit doesn't align with the other 3 OIDs, a detail that weakens the famous Planet 9 theory. The team proposed that a massive planet might have once existed out there, but was later thrown out of the solar system, twisting nearby orbits as it went. If that's true, Planet 9 could still exist, just farther away than anyone ever imagined. Or perhaps it vanished completely, leaving behind only subtle gravitational traces. Another theory suggests a passing star, billions of years ago, brushed close enough to tug Ammonite and the others into their bizarre paths. And while our solar system seems calm today, these close stellar encounters do happen. Even now, the Milky Way, stretching 100,000 light-years across, is a crowded ocean of 200 to 400 billion stars. Most of them are small red dwarfs, only a fraction of the Sun's mass. Out there, cosmic collisions and gravitational pulls are inevitable, and somewhere in that chaos might lie the truth behind Ammonite's strange ancient dance. When scientists calculate how often other stars drift near our Sun, they look at things like stellar density, orbital paths, and how fast stars move through the galaxy. On average, they race past at about 20 kilometers per second relative to the Sun, fast enough to reshape space over time. Using this data, astronomers estimate that the closest a star has likely come to us was around 500 astronomical units away, about 10 times farther than Pluto. Encounters that close are extremely rare, maybe once every few 100,000 years, meaning it's unlikely for any nearby star to seriously disturb the planets. But while these cosmic flybys might not affect the planets themselves, they can rattle the Oort cloud, the vast halo of icy bodies that surrounds our solar system. Every now and then, a passing star's gravity tugs on this distant region, flinging comets inward toward the Sun. Most of the time, we don't see the effects for millions of years. But when we do, it can lead to sudden bursts of new comets lighting up our skies. The last known visitor, Schultz's star, passed near us about 70,000 years ago. Yet new studies suggest that another star may have come even closer, possibly closer than the Voyager probes are today. In fact, two separate teams now believe a past stellar flyby might explain the bizarre orbits of objects like Ammonite, and even the strange, tilted moons around the outer planets, a cosmic encounter that could have quietly rewritten the edges of our solar system. According to new research, the encounter was shockingly close. A rogue star once drifted within just 110 astronomical units of the Sun. That's closer than Voyager 1, humanity's most distant probe, which now sits 164 astronomical units away. To put it in perspective, the nearest star today, Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light-years distant, so this was practically a cosmic near collision. Scientists believe such an encounter could explain the chaotic orbits of objects in the farthest reaches of our solar system, beyond Neptune. To test this, they ran more than 3,000 computer simulations, and the results were stunning. The models confirmed that a passing star's gravity could have warped the orbits of multiple trans-Neptunian objects, including 2 that move in the opposite direction of all the planets, something long considered nearly impossible. The same event might also explain the mysterious orbit of the dwarf planet Sedna, which drifts up to 937 astronomical units from the Sun. According to astrophysicist Amit Govind, the data points to a star slightly smaller than our Sun, about 0.8 solar masses, that once passed less than 4 times Neptune's distance away. Even more fascinating, this stellar flyby could also account for some of the strangest moons in our solar system. Saturn's distant moon Phoebe, which orbits backward, may have been captured during that event. Jupiter and Neptune also host irregular moons that might have once been free-floating objects, thrown off course by that same gravitational hit-and-run billions of years ago. This theory could finally explain why the outer planets have 2 very different kinds of moons: the regular ones that formed with the planets and orbit in neat, stable paths, and the irregular ones that move in strange, tilted, or even backward directions. If a rogue star really brushed past our solar system billions of years ago, it might have reshaped the outer planets forever, a cosmic event we've completely overlooked. But what if Planet 9 isn't a myth after all? For years, astronomers have searched for something massive and mysterious lurking far beyond Neptune. It doesn't appear in any telescope images, yet its gravitational fingerprints seem to twist the orbits of icy worlds at the edge of the solar system. And then came something unexpected, a new object known as 2017 OF201, a possible dwarf planet that could change everything. Found using data from the Dark Energy Camera in Chile and the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope, this object wasn't spotted by chance. Scientists dug through 7 years of archival images, finding 19 separate detections that allowed them to map its orbit precisely. When they finally traced its path, the result was astonishing. 2017 of 201 travels on an extreme stretched-out orbit, swinging as close as 44.5 astronomical units just beyond Pluto, and soaring out to nearly 1,600 astronomical units at its farthest point. That's more than 36 times farther than Neptune, a path so vast it challenges every current model of the solar system's structure. Whatever 2017 of 201 is, it might not just be another frozen rock in the dark. It could be the key that exposes the real reason the hunt for Planet 9 began, and why we still haven't found it. At more than 50 times farther than Neptune, 2017 OF201 takes a staggering 25,000 years to circle the Sun once, drifting deep into the outer Oort cloud. It's about 700 kilometers wide, yet somehow isolated, showing no interaction with Neptune or any nearby planet. No one can fully explain how an orbit like this even formed. One theory suggests it had a violent encounter long ago, maybe a close brush with a massive planet that slingshotted it onto this stretched elliptical path. But that's only part of the mystery. Over the years, astronomers noticed something odd. Many distant trans-Neptunian objects, or TNOS, were all strangely aligned. Their orbits pointed in the same direction, tilted and clustered together. That kind of pattern doesn't just happen by chance. It usually means there's something big tugging on them, something invisible. That's how the Planet 9 hypothesis was born. A giant world 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, lurking in the darkness and shaping these far-off orbits. But then came the problem. 2017 of 201 doesn't fit the pattern at all. Its orbit points in a completely different direction, defying the alignment that Planet 9 is supposed to cause. If the planet really exists, OF201 shouldn't even be stable. In computer models, when scientists include Planet 9's gravity, of 201 gets ejected from the solar system within just 100 million years. That means something doesn't add up. Either this object is a total cosmic accident, or the entire Planet 9 model might be wrong. And it gets even trickier. 2017 of 201 spends only about 1% of its orbit close enough to be seen from Earth. For the remaining 99%, it disappears into the cold black void, a silent reminder that the outer solar system still hides secrets we can barely begin to imagine. We may have spotted 2017 OF201 at the perfect time, a rare moment when it drifts close enough to be visible from Earth. If that's true, it might be just the tip of the iceberg, hinting that dozens or even hundreds of similar hidden worlds are still waiting in the dark beyond Neptune. Right now, the object appears relatively close to the Sun from our point of view, so astronomers have to wait a few weeks before taking more observations. They also hope to get a chance to study it with the James Webb Space Telescope, which could finally reveal its true nature. As for Planet 9, the debate is far from over. The computer simulations used one specific position for the mystery planet, but not all scientists agree on where it might be hiding. Konstantin Batygin, the astronomer who first proposed the Planet 9 theory, told NBC News that this new discovery doesn't prove or disprove its existence. He explained that the best candidates for revealing Planet 9's influence are the distant objects whose orbits don't strongly interact with Neptune's gravity. And 2017 OF201 doesn't fit that group. Its path is simply too chaotic. Still, Si-Ha Chang, who led the discovery, refuses to give up. His entire project began with the search for Planet 9, and that mission isn't over yet. In fact, a new research team at National Tsinghua University in Taiwan believes they may be closer than ever to finding it. Their approach could finally pinpoint where this long-rumored world is hiding, and if they're right, it would be one of the most important discoveries in modern astronomy. The mysterious object scientists are tracking is likely larger than Earth, but smaller than Neptune, sitting right in that in-between zone of icy, mid-sized worlds. Its orbit isn't smooth or circular like the known planets. Instead, it's incredibly stretched, nearly 20 times wider than Neptune's path around the Sun. All that's been seen of it so far is a tiny, faint speck, a dot buried in old telescope images taken 23 years apart. Yet that little blur might be the biggest discovery of the century, because if it's what scientists think it is, this could finally be the long-rumored Planet 9. But where did the idea of hidden planets come from in the first place? Back in 1781, English astronomer William Herschel was scanning the heavens for comets when he found something that didn't behave like one. It moved too slowly, too steadily, and it turned out to be a new planet, Uranus. Years later, astronomers noticed Uranus didn't follow the rules. Its orbit had a subtle wobble, something that shouldn't have happened under Newton's laws. French mathematician Urbain Le Verrier calculated that another planet must be tugging on Uranus, and when telescopes aimed at the predicted spot, there it was, Neptune, exactly where the math said it would be. Fast forward to 2016, when Caltech astronomers Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin noticed something eerily familiar. Another group of distant objects, all showing the same strange orbital behavior. And once again, The numbers hinted that something massive and unseen was shaping their motion, something that might just be Planet 9. When astronomers Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin studied the orbits of several distant Kuiper Belt objects, they noticed something impossible to ignore. The orbits weren't random at all. They were clustered and tilted in the same direction, as if pulled by an unseen giant lurking far beyond Pluto. The math pointed to one explanation: a hidden planet 5 to 10 times more massive than Earth, orbiting so far away that it reflects almost no sunlight. They called it Planet 9, and ever since, astronomers have been chasing faint traces of its existence, a ghost world at the edge of our solar system. But finding something that distant is nearly impossible. So researchers dug into two massive infrared sky surveys, one from NASA's IRAS satellite in 1983 and another from Japan's AKARI mission between 2006 and 2011. A team from National Tsinghua University in Taiwan came up with a clever plan. They searched for faint objects that appeared in both datasets, but in slightly different positions. If an object had moved between those time periods, it might be orbiting the Sun, slowly but definitely moving. This isn't like tracking a fast-moving comet. If Planet 9 exists, it would drift only about 3 arc minutes per year, a movement so tiny that the full moon is 600 times wider. Detecting that subtle shift requires precision beyond normal observation. That's where parallax comes in, the same trick your eyes use for depth. When you hold a finger in front of your face and switch between eyes, your finger seems to jump. In space, astronomers use that same effect to measure motion. And in this case, it might just help reveal the location of a hidden world silently orbiting at the edge of the Sun's reach. Astronomers use Earth's orbit around the Sun to create a kind of natural telescope trick called parallax. By observing the same patch of sky from different points in Earth's orbit, they can detect tiny shifts in an object's position, and from those shifts, calculate how far away it is and whether it's moving. Using this method, the Taiwanese research team searched for objects that stayed in roughly the same position every year, ruling out parallax effects, then checked whether any of them were slowly drifting. That's when they found something, a faint dot in IRAS data from 1983, and another about 47 arc minutes away in AKARI's 2006 survey. Could it be the same object? Possibly. And if so, its infrared brightness suggests it might be more massive than Neptune. Some scientists believe it could even be Planet 9. If that's true, then we know roughly where it was nearly 20 years ago, meaning astronomers can now search the same area again using today's far more powerful instruments. The Dark Energy Camera in Chile could sweep the region quickly, and the upcoming Vera C. Rubin Observatory will soon deliver even deeper, wider scans of the night sky. If the object is real and still glowing faintly, we might finally spot it again. But not everyone's convinced. Mike Brown, one of the original Planet 9 theorists, reviewed the findings himself. He admits it's intriguing, but remains skeptical, because the supposed object's orbit doesn't line up with what the models predict. So for now, the mystery lingers. Either astronomers have found the first glimpse of Planet 9, or just another ghost in the data. According to predictions, Planet 9's orbit should be tilted about 15 to 20 degrees from the plane of the solar system. But the newly found object doesn't match that. Its orbit is tilted nearly 120 degrees, meaning it moves in the opposite direction of almost every known planet. As Mike Brown explained, that doesn't mean it isn't real, but it's definitely not Planet 9. Still, the discovery is extraordinary. Finding something so far away, so faint, and so unlike anything else out there reminds us how much of our own solar system we still don't understand. Maybe we've uncovered the first clue to an even stranger story. Or maybe it's just another false alarm in the hunt for a hidden world. Either way, astronomers won't be looking away anytime soon. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on every new space discovery, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps keep these cosmic deep dives coming.